Hi all, it's only me. Is this vlog I want to talk about suicide. I know it's a touchy subject. I've written something about suicide last year, and it's sort of like what I'm going to talk about is obviously what I've written and how, because obviously a few people don't read but I just want to get it, stop whiffling blue to get on, get talking. When I was younger, obviously I didn't really hear anything about suicide. Back then, when I was younger, it was always, the scandals, celebrities having affairs, or which MP or, government, who's dipping the finger in the pot, and it was basically there with the main headlines. And obviously, as the years have progressed, obviously, mental health is slowly getting there. And obviously, the past year, I think it's more and more about getting the awareness out there and trying to end the stigma. But when I was younger, I didn't really hear of anything, and my first experience to suicide was the beloved Bee, who was with my dad. Didn't understand it. All I knew is she went in the bath and she didn't come out, and it was my dad who obviously found her. And obviously it was obviously I was upset, I was devastated that she'd passed away, and obviously things move on. And then my next one was, I was about 22, a guy who I used to work with, God rest his soul now, so I got a message, he'd committed suicide. Because obviously I was older, I would be like, well, why? Do you know, but then you'd get people, obviously I was hearing more and more, it was on Facebook, or so-and-so's committed suicide, or so-and-so's tried, and I used to sit and I think, why? Do you know, what makes someone that determined that they don't want to be here no more to end their own life? They've got family, they've got children, they've got a partner, or, they've got, to look at them, you think they've got everything in the world, so why possibly would they want to end it? You'd get people saying it's cowardly, they're selfish, and but I would never pass that. I've never said that, but I just used to think, what was going through their head? What exactly made them, go through? Because we've all made bad decisions, don't get me wrong, or we've all felt, and it's like, what was going through their head at the time? And obviously I'm going to talk about my experiences with it. And I want to say now, you do not know how it feels unless you've been in that situation yourself, at the brink of it, and you just, to me, there's like a sort of it's like a switch in your head. And it's like, right, no, that's it. You've come to your end. My first attempt was tablets. And obviously I had all the tablets lined up. And I didn't even realise I was doing it. And obviously I got the tablets, put them in my mouth, got a drink. And then I heard my eldest shout me, "Mum, where you going?" Turn round, and then I realised, and I thought, you know what, my children don't need this. Obviously, spat all of it back out, and I was like, my children need me. they don't need a headstone. Not until, like, you know, I'm older. And I thought that was it, the end of it. But obviously things gradually got worse and worse. And I kicked the ex out. And obviously I thought I was absolutely fine, but I wasn't. I was having like a... Obviously you all probably know, obviously I had a psychotic breakdown, you know, going through psychosis. And the second time I tried, I crashed my car. But in that time when I was, you know, going around, you know, driving like a lunatic, there was the voice, they were there, they were telling me what to do. And then I had the guy sat on my shoulder, he was, you know, and it's like, come on, you can do this. You need to play the game of life for 2 minutes in heaven, and you can come back. But and like when I crashed the car, I felt like, you know, the bang bang, like, you know, the jerk, and I felt the drift, and I felt myself going, and I experienced nothing. And I was like, and then obviously I came back and I was like, do you know what? I am worth living. So like at that point, if I didn't have like all my angels coming to me, you know, to drag me out of it, and like my out of body experience to get me out of it, do you know what I personally would have believed? I would have done it, do you know? I would have succeeded in doing it. And people say, you know, but obviously for how my experience was for it is totally different to how someone else's, but you don't really understand until you've been in that situation. You can try and understand, and you know, and be supportive of someone, but you know, it's no coward way out, and it's not selfish. When you're at that point, you honestly believe you do not deserve to be here no more. You're at the brink, do you know, and you just want it all to go away, and you think that everyone is going to be much better off without you. And I'm so glad, obviously, I failed twice, and I haven't tried it again, do you know. But you think how much, like, it's getting more and more out there now, do you know, like, I'd sit with someone all night, you know, to talk them out of doing it, you know, to save them. And you look and I think, how many souls could have we saved if people weren't so naive and, you know, just being so arrogant to the fact that just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not happening and it's not real. And yeah, so that's, I can't explain any more on that matter. But and it's just like, I want to get it out there, and obviously there's adverts about it now, but there's still people struggling, and no matter, like, you know, and I think as much as I'd love it to end now, but I think we're still going to be struggling with this in years to come and stuff, because there's always, I know it's some people don't realise that there is help out there. I didn't realise there was help out there, do you know. And if you, like, back yesterday when, do you know, like yesterday, you'd say, oh yeah, there's some tablets to get yourself off. What? Do you know, it's different now, but hopefully it's going to be more different in a couple of years, and, like, you know, and more easier for people to open up about it. So yeah, like, So that's, I know it's a touchy subject, but if anyone needs to talk or anything like that, you know, just give my YouTube channel a message, or you can find me on Instagram, or you can find me on Facebook, you know, and if you just give me a minute, and, you know, I will talk to you. You know, we don't have to necessarily talk about, you know, we can talk about the weather, you know, or we could talk about the soaps, or whatever you want to talk about, you know, to distract you from wanting to do it, you know. And yeah, I know I'm starting to whiffle, and I'm probably makes no sense, because, you know, I haven't had no sleep for, well, since Wednesday. I've had no sleep since Wednesday, and then I've been up all night, and then, like, come 5 o'clock in the morning, then I go, oh, let's go to sleep, move 2 hours, and then I'm up again. So I'm starting to whiffle. I do need sleep, but I was just wanted to put my view across, and obviously let people know that it is okay to not be okay. It is okay to be different. It is okay to have these feelings, but please do not suffer in silence. Or if you recognise anyone, you know, who you meet, you know, if you recognise someone, you know, just sit and talk to them. Sit, you know, or even just give them a nod, give them a smile, because that smile, that nod could make the difference in someone's day. I'm gonna let yous all go, and I'll speak to yous all soon. Bye for now.